ready for another lesson?
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Back Row Banter. What a joyous intro.
Did you forget your intro there for a second?
No, I was writing down the start time and didn't come in on a cue. But that's all right. We can...
What, do you want another one?
Run it back. Run it back really quick. We'll restart that, yeah.
Oh, you want to do the whole thing again?
Yeah, really quick. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just redo. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Back Row Banter. My name is Adam Schwartz, and it is a lovely Monday evening. How are you doing, Nathaniel Gingrich?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm thrilled. I just unplugged my headphones, I think. Oh, there I'm back.
Are you good?
I don't know. I can now hear myself. This is great.
Oh, you didn't unplug your headphones, buds. Give those back here.
What's going on here?
Or maybe I unplugged mine.
I don't know what's going on. I can hear myself now.
Okay.
Cool. Wow. Are we going to keep that in?
100%.
We have to now. This is going to be fun, but we're going to encounter some issues, I guess. I don't know.
Technical difficulty. Hey, there's bumps along
Nathaniel,
the road, folks.
why do we sound different right now, and why did I just unplug my own headphones?
Yeah, if we do sound different,
Let us
why?
know. Well, that's because we got some new equipment here in the Back Row house. We're actually now on a mixer, and we each have our own microphones. But not only that, we are here in person, folks.
Yeah.
First time since, what's probably August?
Yeah, because we didn't get together over Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's got to be August, September.
Yeah.
And as you may be able to tell, I can now do fun new things. And when someone tells a bad joke, or when something very fun happens,
That was very fun.
scary.
Oh, that would have been so good for all the October episodes.
Well, maybe next year, maybe maybe when we just get to something particularly spooky.
Or if we, maybe next year we do like a second season.
Second season.
Yeah, like we'll stop a season, and then when we come back to, we upgrade some things.
Oh,
next
okay.
season.
Thank you. They like it. Thank you, listeners.
That's actually an option on Buzzsprout. They do let you do seasons.
Oh, okay.
Just saying.
So this has been. I've been marking this down as season 1.
But who are we?
We're your favorite casual movie talk podcast. Welcome
That's who
back.
we are.
Yeah. I'm your host, Adam Schwartz. On today's episode, we have some more Star Wars news and also a little Beatles doc from Peter Jackson preview, which is exciting. Not a ton of the new to streaming. No trailer talk, but our main review for the episode is Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that's right. Wonder Woman 2017, just in time for the new Wonder Woman to come out.
Yeah, so we'll be doing a kind of a back-to-back here. So we'll do Wonder Woman this week, and we're planning on doing Wonder Woman 1984, right?
Yeah.
Next week. So prepare for that, because that's
on
launching
HBO
on
Max.
HBO Max.
And in theaters near you.
The first one's on
Indeed.
HBO Max as well.
Yes. Yes, but I am your host, Adam Schwartz, as I said, and joining me today is Nathaniel Gingrich, the man behind the Nick Stamp right now. Nutcracker Nathaniel. There you go.
Oh, I'm back, folks. Hi. Good to
What's
hear
going on,
from you.
man?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just chilling. Wait, do they like it? They do. I missed my cue there,
I
folks.
feel like he's got a lot of power over there. I could reach
Yeah.
over. I mean...
Yeah, that's true, but I don't like that. I'm going to be honest with you.
You could, but don't touch my shit.
Damn. All right.
Who else is here with us, bud?
Over in the chair is head of curbside Ty.
Hey, what's going on?
How's head of curbside?
There's some bumps in the road.
No, no, you're kidding, man.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting that at all.
But, it Comes with the territory, so.
Of course. Of course. And last, but certainly not least, is Snowcat Blake in the flesh, man. How you
Back
doing?
to Snowcat.
Ooh,
Good,
I
man.
like
How you guys
Snowcat.
doing?
Yeah. I saw this morning on Nature's Metal,
Ooh.
the lions fight off the hyenas.
Oh,
Ah, I
Did you see that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all going on the one, and then you see the pride come in, and it was, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Favorite page of the Back Row Boys on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Papa
yeah.
Schwartz.
That's a good
favorite
page, man.
as well.
Dude, it's a great page.
Yeah.
I saw one today. It was, I forgot what bird it was. I already forgot.
Is it a boa constrictor?
No, it was a
That
really
one?
small bird where it almost looks like the size of like a robin or something like that, but it's actually very similar to a raptor. So it like preys upon other birds and stuff. And it was just really crazy to see. I forgot what it was called.
Shrikes. Is that what they
Yeah,
are?
yeah.
Those are nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I saw another one that was a boa constrictor getting a bird.
Yeah.
I like the eagle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was like a hawk or something.
Yeah, it was like a hawk or something. That was crazy.
But we don't always talk about animals.
No, instead we talk about movies and the news. Let's get into the news. Jon Favreau shares a little bit more on the spinoff details of Boba Fett's new show. So they kind of just detail a little bit more that it will be coming out Christmas of 2021. It'll feature basically Boba Fett and I'm assuming what's his sidekick's name?
Fennec.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fennec. So they you know, little spoilers here for Mandalorian. We'll save that. Do we want to?
You've already spoiled it.
No, I just said what the show is about.
Okay.
I didn't say anything that happens in the episode.
No, we'll talk about it later.
All right, we'll talk about it later. But yeah, basically the finale of Mandalorian set up a Boba Fett show, and they're following up on it. Just confirming it'll be Christmas 2021. They also confirmed this is not replacing season 3 of Mandalorian. There will still be a season 3. So don't worry about that.
That's interesting.
Which is good for me. I think they left the story off in a very interesting place. And I think they left a few questions to be answered, in my opinion. You know, we can talk about more about that later.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, we'll get into what we're watching. And then the next news story for you is Peter Jackson reveals a sneak peek of the Beatles doc Get Back. Have you guys seen this on Twitter? I saw this on Twitter this morning.
I didn't know this was happening.
I didn't either until I saw it this morning on Twitter, and I was very excited. But Peter Jackson, you know, some people like Tyler might know him from. I can't hear myself now.
Directed a little thing called.
He directed a small little indie called Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit.
Just a small
indie. You may have heard of it.
The cinematic world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most of you know him as King Kong, obviously.
Of course.
The Lovely Bones, I think, was
Sure.
also one of his. New Zealand's Brain Dead.
Yeah. But he's going over 56 hours of never before seen footage. And making a documentary called Get Back, which is covering the last year of the Beatles trying to finish their last album.
Okay.
Interesting.
So
Now this may be a stupid question. Then are all of the crew members from the Beatles alive or passed away?
No.
John Lennon and
George Harrison
have passed away.
Right.
Paul
Ringo
McCartney
and
Ringo are still
McCartney
alive.
are still around.
Okay.
But that's interesting. Jackson's done documentary
Yeah,
stuff before.
I read that as well in the story, and I'm very intrigued. Have you seen They'll Never Grow Old?
Yeah, with They Shall Not Grow Old.
They Will Not Grow Old.
Have not
Okay.
yet. No. I've seen that technology used in other places. Particularly, they did the Orson Welles one of his older movie or his never before seen movies. I think they used it on, or at least the documentary they used it on. Something about that I saw, but I have not seen that film in and of itself. But it's pretty interesting that they're doing it. And is he doing the colorizing things again, or is it going to be?
Oh, it's going to be in color, yeah.
Okay.
Because it was shot in 1969, I believe, when the album released in 1970. Is what
Got
the
it.
story
So
said.
I guess that was a weird way of kind of talking around it. In They Shall Not Grow Old.
I'm sorry.
They used the colorization, like they used the old.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the Beatles documentary.
Yeah.
No. I have no idea. I haven't seen anything on They
Okay.
Shall Not Grow Old, but it was released in 2018. I was trying to find where you could stream it, but I did not find it. Let me see.
This is the problem of 65-inch TV, folks. Sometimes you occasionally catch yourself just watching, particularly when Wonder Woman's keep playing on in the background as we tend to do, so that we keep the movie fresh for us.
You can rent it, but it doesn't look like there's a great place. There's no place to stream it. But yeah, it looks like it's a little colorized. I can't tell.
Yeah, that was the kind of gimmick with it, was that it's a lot of World War II documentary footage that was originally black and white that World War I. I apologize. Jackson and his crew at Weta went back and colorized all of that imagery so that we could see it in color for the first time.
Right.
Yeah, so this will be. I want to check that out, but the documentary will be.
Some unseen Beatles footage.
This is unseen Beatles footage. They had the release got pushed back, I believe, until 2021.
Okay.
But they don't have an exact release date. But this was. Have you guys?
You said it was on Twitter. Did they release a trailer?
Yeah, they released basically. It has an intro of by Peter Jackson, kind of explaining what the documentary is going to be about, explaining the release, how the release got delayed, and how they kind of going to resume editing of it because it's just him. They're just basically putting together
more
this
time.
footage. Yeah. So they're resuming the editing of it because they're in New Zealand and they don't really have the virus problem there that we do. So.
Yeah, didn't they announce
must
that
be
they were
nice.
100%
Yep.
COVID free?
They have been close to 100% COVID free for a while.
Yeah, I thought I saw
One
something.
person has had it there.
Yeah, they had it completely gone, and then one person got it and spread it to I think almost 24 people, and then it just was gone again. Their contact tracing, I heard something on Twitter. Their contact tracing was down to the point where they traced it to one person got it from an elevator and another person got it from throwing out the garbage or something on a garbage can. It was something like that crazy.
That's incredible.
Yeah, no, and I think they say Malaysia has almost the exact same figures, and they're 3 times the population density as New Zealand.
Yeah.
And then Vietnam as well is something like double that, and they're only at 5% or something.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, yeah. Shout out to them. For their able to be ahead of it, and looks like they're back to a normal lifestyle in 2021.
Yeah. Well, back to the doc. Yeah, it'll be released sometime next year. It looks really good. The footage looks, really cool. It's just them in the studio, and I'm very interested to see what that looks like. Because they broke up after that, so it's just kind of their final hurrah, and looking back on that would be fun. I love the Beatles, so I'm very excited for this. All right, we got no trailer talk really. Besides that, we could have put that footage on there. Maybe I should have, but maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
New streaming is very light this week. Really nothing coming out except for HBO Max. Wonder Woman 1984 will be released on Christmas Day, and then they're also getting Independence Day, the extended version.
Oh, the original.
Yeah, 1996.
Oh, is that the Will Smith joint?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh. Didn't they remake that?
Have you never seen that?
Oh, they made a sequel.
They made a sequel, yeah.
Okay. Is he in that?
No, he's not. He's very much dead in that movie now for some reason. We don't know. Spoilers.
I don't want to watch the sequel then.
Have you seen the first one?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Have you, Adam?
Probably
not.
I have not.
I watched.
Actually, I have when I was a kid.
My
it
parents.
freaked me out. It was.
Yeah, my parents showed it to me when I was 4 or 5, and it scared me so bad. I watched half of it buried into a pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very frightening to a young 7-year-old age.
Yeah, that's in there with some of those 90s action movies that are permanently ingrained in my head.
Oh, for sure.
So I definitely don't mind it, but I don't think I really care to rewatch it, or rewatch the remake. I should say the sequel.
Yeah, we play it at work every 4th of July now.
Yeah, really?
So good.
Yeah, I put on Godzilla King of the Monsters yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Very similar vein.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, what else we got on there, Adam?
That's it. That was all the new streaming.
Fair enough.
But we can just get into what we're watching. And we're trying to move quick anyway. So, what we're watching, Ty, Nathaniel, you guys want to start off?
I'm not watching shit.
Yeah, it's been a pretty busy week, as most of you know. It is Christmas seasons, and all of us are in sales, so we work quite a bit around this time. Particularly Ty, who's moving up in the world over there, so he's inheriting more responsibility.
He is not head of curbside, as you guys know.
Yeah, that's correct.
I'll have you know.
So yeah, it's been a bit hectic for us, more than it would normally be. as you can maybe tell.
Yeah, it's been busy.
But we've been smashing Friends still. As that sounds weird. Sorry. We've been watching a lot of Friends. I think what else did we watch a little bit of? Definitely I'm drawing a complete blank. Was it only Friends?
I think so. Because we only watched one movie.
Yeah, it was the movie for this week.
Right, and we don't get to hang out in the mornings because we used to go to work at like noon together, and now I'm at work by like 10, so there is no like morning session or anything like that.
Right.
So
Wow,
yeah,
that was loud.
It's been pretty
that
pretty
me?
different. No, it was me. I apologize.
Well, that's why we're talking about, folks. The benefits of the new technology.
Yeah.
Growing
but yeah,
pains.
I honestly don't think it was anything else.
Yeah, that's really light for you guys then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been a busy weekend.
I'm telling you,
and
I've
we
just
did watch a
been
lot
at
of
work.
Friends.
For sure.
Yeah.
How many seasons of Friends are there?
I think there's
10.
something like that.
What are you
I
guys-
honestly don't know.
What are you guys on now?
3 in the midst of 3.
Oh,
we're
you
we're
guys
into
got a
4
long-
now.
Are
long
we
way to
started?
go.
We started 4.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
into 4. So
We're,
there's
yeah, I mean we're slamming through it. It just it's.
smash.
I still love it.
It's
I
a good
still
show.
absolutely love it.
I'm surprised at the way that you have turned around. I'm happy to hear it though.
Oh, dude, I can't it's my thing now. I just want to come home and I just one. It's so easy to watch.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can kind of pick that show up anywhere.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In the
And
middle
the
of
nice
it.
thing is like, because we don't have anything else to really watch, it's such a good like dinner show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to like look on Netflix for like 45 minutes before I eat dinner,
Yeah.
which is weird. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I have to have something on before I start dinner.
Yeah.
No.
It's the weirdest
I
thing.
see where you're
Really?
coming from.
Yeah.
I've had friends on during dinner because sometimes in the Schwartz household we'll have.
I was gonna
the
say,
TV
you
on.
said your sister's really
And
into
my
it.
sister will always
Yeah.
would always have it on. Now she mainly just watches it in her room. But
Yeah. But yeah, like I don't know what it is. Like it's very hard for me to like, even like if I'm like having dinner by myself and I don't want to watch TV, I'll have like YouTube or something on.
I was like, that's what I go to. I'll go to YouTube
Yeah.
every time I eat
Dude,
something.
my subscription for YouTube Premium is almost up, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna keep it.
Bro, you have to.
I
got
love-
one
like,
of my
I
buddies
love
have
it.
done it too. He's like, I can't go back.
I
now.
just got rid of some streaming services, so
Dude.
maybe I'll give that one a shot.
I
now.
love
What'd you
it.
cancel?
I'm gonna have. I had to cancel Shudder. I just wasn't using it enough. And then I did Audible, which was so a different kind of streaming service, but another one. And then I also got rid of Comixology Unlimited, which I wasn't using enough either. So just some other stuff that not necessarily watching, but
Right.
But you picked up
subscription
Funimation, too.
services. Yeah, that's true. We did pick up Funimation. That
What's
was the reason.
Funimation though? What's that
Funimation's
run?
anime.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What's the price on that though? What does that run?
I think it's like
5 or 6 or something.
yeah, but I think I got like the premium version,
Which
which
is like
might be
10.
like 12, or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that. It's not super expensive, but so that kind of spins off of the fact that Crunchyroll got bought by Sony, which actually owns Funimation
I did not know that.
already. Yeah, it was
Yeah, which is
recent.
wild. He told me that, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, so that's
sure.
going to be kind of all of animation distribution under one kind of conglomeration. So the hope is that they're going to become kind of one ultra streaming service and just do that, be the go-to place for anime
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
and everything.
I'm
But,
pretty hyped on that.
Yeah.
That's
we-
probably going to make me want to get a Funimation account again.
We're also dumb in that the biggest thing we watched this week was definitely the Mandalorian episode, which we'll talk about.
Well,
in a
yeah,
bit.
you're right.
We
That
can
was
dedicate a
total
segment. We can
brain
dedicate.
fart,
We can
but
dedicate a Mandalorian.
yeah,
segment
we'll
here.
let that come in when Adam we figure out what Adam's
But yeah, that was definitely the biggest two things and I actually watched that twice, which is what's making me think that I watched more stuff than I did. And the other thing is I've been watching continuing Cowboy Bebop
Yeah.
on my own
Yeah,
time,
I remember
which
you
is
saying that before.
incredible show. If you have not seen it and you want to give anime a try, or even if you've watched other anime before it, I think it's actually a great starter anime for a lot of people.
Yeah, I would always recommend starter animes to people. That would be probably one of my first two options, and then my other option would be Death Note.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I think those are the easiest ways. If you haven't watched anime, you can put either of those on, and then that'll probably get you hooked.
Yeah. But
Mine's Sword Art
yeah.
Online.
That was my first anime that got
Yeah.
me hooked.
That's
but
a really easy one to get.
that
people.
was one I could.
Sword Art
I felt
Online.
like I could
yeah.
like.
this is actually could be a fun episode sometime. Just a whole episode on starter anime.
Go the fuck
Yeah.
in on an episode like that.
Yeah, we'll do. Maybe that'll be a bonus episode for future bonus episode for you viewers,
Sure.
listeners, whatever you want to be. But Aish, what have you been doing?
I finished finals in the middle of the week.
Congrats.
On
Sure.
Wednesday. And it's sort of on Thursday as well, but
Hope all is well.
thank you. Finished the semester off well, but it was a hard, as I was telling you guys before the podcast, wrote about 20 pages in about a week.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Tough
man.
task.
Yeah, but it's over. I got I knew it. My mindset is I know I'm gonna get this shit done, so let's just get this shit done, and
Yeah, that's fair.
but we're here, and I got to I started the Clone Wars after I finished finals.
Is that the animated Star Wars
yeah,
stuff?
that's the animated Star Wars.
Yeah, I've been
one.
thinking about going through that next because I've never really given that a kind of proper go, and Tyler always says he wants to go through it with me. So
Yeah, I day after finals, I was just kind of like sitting around. And I was like, I want to watch something new. And my roommate had been telling me to start Clone Wars because he loves it. He's a huge Star Wars guy.
Mhm.
And then my dad also mentioned how he had tried an episode or two, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. First
Papa
season,
Schwartz went in on it.
he tried it. He's already finished. He's already said he's not going to keep going.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But I think it gets like ridiculously better is the kind of
Yeah, I need to talk to him about that because that's
Maybe
what
you
all
can
my
just
friends are saying.
power through.
Is you might just need to power through the first season.
It's incredible.
But
How old is that thing?
started in 05.
Yeah, it's somewhere around there. I'm not 100% sure. Tyler, you know off the top of your head?
I don't, but I can look it up real quick. But it's absolutely insane.
Pull that shit up, Tyler.
You have to watch it if you and especially if you're a fan of Star Wars. Like it's just something you have to watch. 2008.
Right. Yeah. I know it's been around for a long time because I was even aware of what it was, and I'm not.
But do you remember the
animation?
animated one before that, the 2D animation one that was like the
probably have to see a
Samurai
cover art.
Jack style? Anyone
I'd have to
remember
see a
those?
cover art.
The
I know what
mini
you're talking
shows?
about.
Those were beautiful, man. Those were really, really well done. Tartakovsky, I think that guy's name is. You were just all over on that thing, dude.
I kind of want to hold it.
It still picks up well though, even when you're not holding it though.
Yeah, but the problem is that it bumps it.
Yeah,
Right.
they're very sensitive on
Yeah.
the pieces. That's
I
why
realized that when
I
I
tabbed
was-
Nathaniel to mute me.
Yeah. When
So
I was
I
trying
can
to
move
adjust
it,
mine, I was
yeah.
like, oh damn.
Because
If you can keep it like that, I mean,
I
go for
sound
it.
so much
I feel like
better
you can keep it like
now
this
that
for
I
the most
have
part.
this facing this way and got the pop filter away.
For sure. You're gonna hold that shit, Adam?
Might as well.
I can already hear it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll put it down. Fine.
Incredible.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you. But I've watched about 9 episodes of Clone Wars.
From the beginning or total?
From the beginning. I just decided. I know there's lists out there that you can go and get and jump around the story arcs and stuff and get all the essential stuff, but I just figured I'd go all the way through. And
I'm proud of you.
yeah, it's a little rough. First season animation isn't great. And,
Yeah, it's
and
definitely
some
gonna
of
have
them-
that 2008 feel,
and the
but
droids are annoying, and you can tell it's kind of a kid show. But
I promise you,
I know, I've heard it
Like,
changes and it gets a lot more violent.
it becomes
as well.
a big piece of what you feel like Star Wars is.
Yeah. So I'll probably keep powering through that. I got nothing but time on my hands. I'm on break with no hours. So
And you'll get so attached to Anakin knowing what he was like before he was Vader. Even though I love Vader, he's like my all-time favorite villain.
yeah, my impression of him before going into this show was more I hate him because the
He's a whiny
prequels-
little bitch.
Yeah, he's a whiny little bitch.
Yeah,
The
that's cool. You
prequels.
can say that. That's fair.
He's a whiny little bitch. I'm gonna say it.
Don't let him hear you say that, man. You don't know.
But I am hyped for him
He's
to come back as
scary.
Hayden Hayden
As Hayden Christensen.
No, as
Anakin
Darth-
Skywalker.
I'm
is Hayden
sorry.
Christensen.
as Darth Vader. Hayden Christensen to come back as Darth Vader. I'm excited for that. So,
Has that been it?
I'm sorry.
Has that been it? Or are you keeping
That
doing more
yeah,
watching?
that's really been it. Besides Mandalorian, which we'll
Yeah.
again cut out a little segment for after Blake goes. So, Blake,
For sure.
What you been up to?
Relatively light week for me too. I mean, I just got to 2 films. It was actually on HBO Max when I went to watch Wonder Woman, which I watched Wonder Woman on Sunday. I turned to HBO Max on Thursday to go watch, and that's when I saw they had the Jeepers Creepers trilogy.
Have you seen the third one?
I did not rewatch it, but I did watch the third one. That was my senior year of college, so I have a vivid memory of it was like the day before I moved out. I watched it. So I had like no furniture in my room or anything.
I've heard that's just trash.
And it was fucking terrible.
Yeah, you know that guy's a pedophile.
Yep. So
they let him do the third one.
Oh, I didn't know he directed the third one.
I'm fairly certain he did. I might need to double check that. Lest I slander some poor man.
Yeah, let me see.
I swear though, I thought
dude,
that
you
was
might
the
be
thing.
right, dude.
Which is
that's sick. They did let him do the third one.
Okay, well there you go.
But yeah, so nonetheless, I ended up watching those. Those are just I watched the first 2.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. So yeah, ironically, nor am I now going to mention the name of the director or anything. So nonetheless, there's 2. I watched the first 2. They still hold up pretty well. I think the villain, they killed that. Where it's very mysterious. You don't really know.
Yeah, they have a really weird tone sometimes though too. Like the second one's definitely got like humorous bits in it too.
Oh,
and
so does the first one.
The first one, my favorite bit of the first one, and we talked about this because I watched the first one for the first time earlier in this very podcast, as you may remember, folks. But there's the random blind psychic lady who comes up and talks to them apropos of nothing.
Yeah.
Just nothing to this point has says that there is anything supernatural, like telekinetic, anything. And she just walks up to them and just predicts the future.
Yeah.
And then just walks away. And that's the plot.
Yeah, it definitely has kind of its mishaps in there, but like I said, I don't mind.
No,
it.
there's definitely a charm to this.
Yeah,
though, too.
yeah. You can see it. You can see it's kind of dated. It's definitely got that early 2000s horror to it. I personally like the first one more than the second one, I'd say.
You think so? I kind of like the second one. I like the bus. I like the group of kids on a bus idea. I don't like the the last act of the third one. Like where they like go after it with the guy on the truck and the crossbow and all
I'm sorry,
that stuff.
the last act of the second one.
Yeah. The
correct.
third act is
Correct. Correct.
what I mean. The last third of the movie, basically.
I'd agree with you on that.
Oh, where they're like hunting him?
Yeah,
with like the giant fucking like ballista or whatever
and
those
then
are called.
he gets him, and then instead of trying to kill him, he just hangs him up at his house and decides to wait for 23
for him to
years.
come back later.
Yeah. So I didn't really
Spoilers
agree
for
with
Jeepers Creepers 2, by
that. For
the
sure.
way.
Yeah, that was a huge spoiler alert. But yeah, that's all I watched though. So that's directed by a gentleman we don't really have to go into depth to, nor will we probably give credit for that. So, on to Mandalorian.
I think so. It's Mandalorian time.
What's up, listeners? It's your favorite host, Postpod Adam here, coming at you with a bit of a forewarning here, as we forgot to let you guys know that our Mandalorian segment will be pretty much full spoilers. Both the little 2 lies and a truth segment that we like to play with Blake and our thoughts on Season 2, Episode 16 are going to be full spoilers. So if you don't want the finale spoiled for you, go ahead and check the episode description, and I'll give you guys a little timestamp to jump to where you are safe from Mandalorian spoilers.
I believe so.
Do we want to do the
Back Row Mandalorian?
hilarious?
Am I
Do we
being
want
quizzed?
to? Yeah. Do we want to do the quiz first, then we can get into it?
I think so. So as you may know, if you are a consistent listener, but if you are a first-time listener, hello, I love you. Please stay and listen more. But here on Back Row Banter, 3 of us are pretty big Star Wars fans. Me, Tyler, and Aish, and one of us is not. That being Blake. And so each week we like to play a game where we do 2 lies and a truth, where we relay 3 bits of information. Each one of us has one that could be a lie or a truth. And Blake has to determine which of us has the truth. And that's about it. So this week, Tyler, why don't you start us off, sir?
And just to be clear, when we say Blake is not a Star Wars fan, he's not seen a lot of Star Wars. He's only seen one of them.
You've seen one movie.
Actually, so that falls into, and not to cut you guys off, so the one Star Wars movie I've seen was actually being played at the store on Saturday.
Yeah, we were watching it. We did have we had a
Yeah.
Star Wars Day on Saturday, I think, in celebration of the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
So,
and I walked past and I was
yeah,
like, "Holy
Blake came
shit,
up to me
where's
later.
Nathaniel?"
Yeah.
I was
Which
like,
one
"This
was
is
it?
Force Awakens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is what we deduced it was. In the first
Yeah, that's what we
Yeah,
thought
but
it was.
we now have confirmation.
100%.
Of course.
I saw
Meh.
the scene. I was like, "This is it. I've seen this before."
Yeah.
So, Tyler, you want to start us off here?
Yeah. So Grogu, the baby Yoda,
Okay.
finds his lightsaber and takes out the leader of the bad guys, whose name is Moff Gideon.
Okay.
Blake, how do you feel? First impressions.
I'm already sold on the Baby Yoda guy though. I've been on record.
You are a
saying
big,
that.
yeah, you are a big Baby Yoda
Yeah.
fan.
But I feel like most people are. Is
true,
that
yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
okay?
that's-
Yeah,
the general
I got
sentiment
like
is-
a plushie of him over there.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
life size.
Many people would die for Baby Yoda. Or Grogu.
Yeah. So okay, let me get the next ones and I'll decide.
Sure. So mine is this week is going to be this. Mace Windu, who is Samuel L. Jackson's character, who we have not seen in a while, appears, and without his signature purple lightsaber, but he does crush a battalion of droids with the Force. Blake, first impressions.
So does that mean that? So is it Samuel Jackson's character or is it actually Samuel Jackson?
It's Samuel. No, it's Samuel L. Jackson's
Yeah.
character. His
Okay.
name is Mace Windu. He's from we mostly see him in the prequel series. Actually, we only
Right.
see him in the prequels.
Okay.
But he's very, very cool. Everyone
Okay.
likes him, and he's actually really powerful. He's like, isn't he considered the most powerful of the Jedi as
for
in
the most
strength-
part.
as in
So
strength-wise?
like yeah, there's this whole like lure in like Star Wars where Anakin is the chosen one.
Mm-hmm.
Mace Windu was supposed to be the chosen one before they found out he wasn't. That's
Gotcha.
like how powerful he is.
Gotcha. Right.
And
okay.
and he's got a super cool purple lightsaber.
Yeah,
but
He does.
That's one thing I do know that Samuel
Yeah.
Jackson did have the.
But when
purple
he
one.
came back on Mandalorian this week, he did not have it. He had to use his fists in the Force.
Everyone
So
wants to be
hand-to-hand
purple guy.
combat.
All right, you ready for mine, Blake?
What's up?
Young Luke Skywalker, because you know from Force Awakens that Luke Skywalker's old. You know,
Right.
at this point. Young Luke Skywalker cuts through a squadron of Dark Troopers. The Dark Troopers are robot super soldiers that were just introduced this season of The Mandalorian.
Blake, your thoughts? I like this element that I've introduced just this
Yeah.
week for the last episode, but
Players.
And this one's actually tough. Like I said, I like the Baby Yoda. However, I don't know how likely I would bring back a Samuel Jackson character. And this is just me kind of talking. I can see them having the main gentleman as a younger.
well, yeah, I mean,
Character.
because Mandalorian takes place after Return of the Jedi, which is the original third one. So
Okay.
of the original trilogy,
Right.
this would be after that, but before the one that you've seen.
Right. Because the ones I've seen are
The newest.
he's the old guy at the end, right?
correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What's commonly referred to as the sequel trilogy.
Gotcha. I think I'm gonna rock with Adam.
All right, boys. Do we know? Oh, I don't have a drum roll on here. I've got a.
No,
No,
that's not it. That ain't it.
That's not it.
That ain't it.
All right. Well, it's either gonna be or. So let's find
I
out.
can do a little
folks.
drum roll. I don't know how well that came out.
He
There
wins!
you go. Right.
Yes.
I'm shooting about 60% from the field on
That's
these.
true.
man.
I mean, and that is actually it for this season. So you are you've done a
you
good
won.
start.
I think you
passed.
won.
Yeah, I think
You've
I think
got
good
more
job.
than
Not with
half.
flying colors, but I have
Way to
passed.
go, Blake.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, young Luke Skywalker came back. So
This
Mark,
is major spoilers, obviously, at this point.
Oh yeah, I guess we could have clarified that earlier.
You're gonna cut in you saying that later.
Post pod,
Yeah.
post pod-ish.
Is that the end of the episode? Just by chance. I know you're going to cut back to that.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes. So we are in full spoiler territory at this point, folks.
And that was the end of the first season, you said? Second season?
yeah, the end of the second season. Yes. So The big reveal was that young Luke Skywalker appeared. I feel like we're saying young. Like he's like, it's the end of, as we've said, where it is in the timeline. You figured it out.
Middle-aged.
Yeah.
Young,
he's
mid-youth or post.
He's older, but he's not middle-aged yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He looks to be about 35.
35. Yeah. Great.
But he rolls up, crushes a whole squadron of droids. Tyler and I, at this point, are in puddles.
Just complete and utter awe.
So
that this is
we've
happening.
done a horrible job setting this up for you, Blake. This was one of the singular best television events I have seen in my life. I put this up against any single episode of Game of Thrones that you go up against. This has become top tier Star Wars at this point for me, and I think definitely for Tyler too.
For me and for the masses, Jon Favreau is a fucking hero for what has been done here. Everybody else involved is obviously a genius as well, and there's like a lot of tips of the hats to like tons of people that were in this and like took part in this. But this, for a lot of people, has become such a huge part of what Star Wars was all about for like the earlier people, and definitely will go down in history as one of the best pieces of Star Wars cinematic history. It was fucking insane.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. Definitely.
They're already on record for season 3, right?
Yeah.
I can imagine they're probably going to shoot this thing to 70 seasons.
I watched it in a room full of like 10 guys from my frat house, and we were just
What did
all
they
in
think?
awe. Everybody was just like, "Oh my god!"
Are they like? Are they just Mandalorian fans, or do some of them?
Well,
like,
one of them was my roommate who's full in on Star Wars.
Okay.
You know, gets every game, watches every show, all that stuff. He's like you, maybe if not more. So he was freaking out, and we were going back and forth. Like we weren't sure if that was Luke or not at first. I don't know how sure were you guys.
We were going through the same thing. There were different parts.
Yeah, there were different parts where I was like, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. And then how would they do it if it is him? And then
the only thing, Nathaniel and I were talking, and the only thing that I really needed like confirmation was his hand.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw his hand,
when I saw his hand too, I was like, he's wearing a glove.
Yeah, for sure. That was a huge tip off. That was the confirmation, as you said. I felt like as it progressed, it became more and more apparent because
100%.
they weren't showing his face.
Yeah.
And then later on, like you could tell that, and I was talking about this with Tyler too, that I mean this had to cost $20 million if it cost a penny. The quality, the filmic quality, the cinematography, how expensive this episode looks, is just through the roof. I reckon they made Deadpool for less than what this episode cost. I almost keep calling it a movie. But yeah, it was incredible. The CGI on Luke, I thought, looked good until he started speaking.
And they gave a close up towards the end of the interaction. They gave a close up of it, and it was not there.
So there was like it just like the
weird. It was just at a certain point, it looked like it was just mouth moving.
Yeah,
there was no
just
animation to
freeze.
there was no animation to the face along with. There was no cheeks or anything. It was just mouth moving. It looked like.
Yeah, but overall, I don't just use Sebastian Stan. He looks exactly like him.
They really could have.
There can only be one.
But yeah, it was overall just an incredible episode. Way to go, Peyton Reed. I'll sign up for anything, whatever Ant-Man 3 looks like now.
Yeah,
you've won my respect forever.
I'm fucking in.
Yeah, just a really, really great episode, and then awesome post-credit scene like we were talking about earlier in news with Boba Fett too.
It was incredible.
So they've been teasing.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, they've been teasing a Boba Fett. First it was going to be a movie, and then it was going to be a series, and now we've got confirmation that it is going to be a series. So very exciting for that as well. Temuera Morrison killed it. Ming-Na Wen kills it every time. So I think that has the potential to be really, really interesting.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. Tyler, do you know more about the Boba Fett background stuff? Because there's been other stuff where he's.
Well, I mean, in the original trilogy, if you watch it, you'd be fooled into thinking that he's just kind of a bumbling idiot because he kind of just crashes into two walls and then dies.
It's actually really interesting that so as little as he didn't do in like the first like original 3 movies, people fell in love with him for like whatever reason because he just became like this badass. And then like seeing the Mandalorian.
There's a great episode of The Toys That Made Us on Star Wars Toys that delves into the story of why Boba Fett became kind of hugely popular before the movie ever even came out. So that's kind of where the origin was. You can go and watch it on there, but continue to.
And he just became like after once the Mandalorian came, you kind of like got this feel for like this other group of people that are bounty hunters is like a real thing.
Yeah,
and now
absolutely.
that he's been in this, like I explained to you, it's so crazy how much emotion is brought into their masks or their helmets,
for
rather.
sure. Yeah,
and you don't even see their face.
Yeah, each one of them has so much character to them, just in the different way that the sculpts are. With just very few minimalistic line work, they're able to capture quite a lot of emotion and kind of character in those masks.
Yeah, I love it. So it'll be really cool to see how Boba Fett plays out in that same sense, even though he's going to probably take his helmet off more.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
But yeah, it was just it's very cool, and I'm very excited for Boba Fett.
Absolutely.
I'm very excited. That little post-credit scene was insane.
Yeah,
'Cause
definitely.
it was, I don't even know that character's name, who he shot, but
Oh no, he's Jabba's sidekick.
yeah. Who you would presume he took over after.
Clearly gained weight.
I think it's like
Yeah.
Jerry Death Eater or something like that. It's a kind of weird cannibalistic name or something.
Yeah, I remember I've heard it before. I just forgot what it was.
Some Star Wars fan is just screaming at us right now.
It's Justin.
Hi, Justin. But anyways, Ish, let's I think that about wraps up Mandalorian talk, don't you say?
Yeah,
I would agree.
we're not even in our main bit yet. I hate my life.
Oh my god, can you relax?
It's a little bit of a late night here in the Back Row Boy households, folks. So we're just we're powering through this one, and we may have something for you later, but we'll see. Spoiler alert. Bit of sizzle.
All right, Nathaniel, can you give those who haven't been here before, those who may have forgotten, a rundown of our review segment?
Well, I will. So here at Back Row Banter, the way our review section works, hey, first of all, welcome. And second of all, we're glad you're here. The way the review segment works is basically we introduce the film, and this week we are doing Wonder Woman 2017, as we said a little bit earlier in the episode. We'll introduce the movie to you guys, kind of give you, who directed it, the cast, that kind of thing, basic background information. Then we'll go hop over onto our IMDb and give the 1 or 5 or 10 sentence plot summary that they give us. After that, we'll give our kind of first impressions on the movie, how we felt about it, and then eventually we're going to all go around the circle and give you a yes or no. Do we like the movie? Will we recommend it or not? Because there is no nuance on the internet. And then after that, it's going to be spoilers galore, if there are any spoilers, which in this case, maybe not. We'll see. And then kind of go our in-depth thoughts, and then get on out of here, see where it ranks on our entropy list, and then bring the show on home. Sound good with everybody here?
Let's do it.
I object.
Well, that is too dang bad, buddy. Are we overplaying the soundboard? I don't know. We'll see. But
We will see, I guess.
maybe we'll get a 5-star review later, but we'll see. So, yeah, it's Wonder Woman. It's 2017. If you're listening to this, there's a very good chance you have seen this movie. Or maybe you're like Aish, and this is your first time.
This
But
is indeed my first time.
came out 2017, directed by Patty Jenkins. It was starring Gal Gadot in her first kind of major role, instantly kind of star-turning.
How do you say her last name, Blake?
Godot.
There you go.
Perfect.
Obviously, she was introduced in Batman v Superman, but then this was obviously her first solo feature. Chris Pine plays Steve Trevor. We have Danny Houston of 30 Days of Night fame starring in this movie again as well. But yeah, so I'll give you guys the IMDb summary.
I got it right here if you just want me to
Oh yeah, go for it,
let
dude.
it rip. When a pilot crashes and tells of conflict in the outside world, Diana, an Amazonian warrior in training, leaves home to fight a war, discovering her full powers and true destiny.
And it's pretty right on the button right there.
They packed a lot in. There's quite a few
yeah.
commas.
Yeah, that seemed long for an IMDb.
I still think it's still one sentence. It's just one long run-on sentence at this point.
A lot of commas, man. But I think it's grammatically correct.
So, Aish, this is your first time. How did you kind of feel about this? First impressions, dude.
I'm
Very
very
interested to
all
hear
over
this.
the place.
All
Very-
over the place. Okay.
Very
Really?
all over the place. I like parts of this movie and I hate others. I don't like the I don't like the
Is it
villain.
because you hate women?
That's it. You're right on the nose. Yeah, well, no, it's not at all because of that. I don't like the villain.
Okay.
I think the villain's
Fair
kinda-
enough. Well,
I think that's
well-
most people's.
Like it's the biggest
Takeaway.
issue.
Yeah, I mean, DC does have the reputation of a big gray smoking monster at the end of their shows of their movies for sure, and shows, I'm sure. But yeah, that's something we could definitely talk about maybe a little bit later in spoiler territory.
Yeah.
But yes, we know that Diana is attempting to find the god Ares and thwart him. So not a fan of overall his character or kind of the
reveal.
yeah or the reveal or
Both.
Okay,
Mhm.
fair enough.
Yeah. I didn't like the whole idea behind it, how these people are only fighting wars because of him and all that stuff, and then Diana discovers humans are not all good. Like I don't know, it just seemed a little.
So there's just complication.
Maybe
We'll talk about it a little bit later in spoilers.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Fair enough.
Blake, are you coming back to this like the first time or?
No, this is probably the third time I've seen this. First time I've seen it in a while, but I like it. I'm
Yeah?
not huge on DC. I've probably already gone on record saying I haven't watched them all, but this is probably the best one I've seen.
Sure, for sure.
What I haven't seen, I haven't seen Aquaman completely. I've seen parts of it. And then I haven't seen Shazam.
See, and I very much like Shazam.
Right, I do remember you
I
saying
like
that.
Shazam as well.
Would you rate Shazam higher than this?
Yes, I would.
Okay,
Really?
interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, Ty. I remember when this movie came out, there was a ton of hype around this.
Yeah, I liked
You
it.
know,
I caught it
and-
in theaters.
And I felt, I always kind of felt like, I was coming, I always thought her character of Wonder Woman, whenever she's on screen, she's pretty much the most interesting thing that was going on in Batman v Superman, at least for me. And I was really excited for this one. And then, I was pretty, I just remember at the time, I was like, oh God, DC finally won one here. Like we got a thing. And like to Aisha's point a little bit earlier, I think I'm overall positive, but it can be argued into mixed at certain points. But I think when it hits its highs, it does it really well. And I think, there are a little bit of few rough patches too, but
Right. And you were saying this is probably your favorite scene in there, right?
yeah, currently on the screen is the trench scene.
It has to be.
If you've seen the movie, you
Yeah,
know
this
what we're
was
talking
hype.
about.
This was hype. Yeah, this was hype and height of the action for me.
Yeah, and if you've seen the movie, you know exactly which one you're talking about. If you've seen the trailers, you have a pretty good idea of what we're talking about. But we can maybe talk about that a little bit more in depth later as well. Reasons why I think that scene's so great. But Ty, what are you overall on this guy?
This is hard. I think when we kind of roll back around here, I'll probably end up saying out of all the movies that you could watch, this is probably not one that I would recommend.
Really?
Yeah.
I might be with you on that one.
It's okay. It's fine for me. I think this is like my third time seeing it, and the only time I watched it a second time was because I wasn't really paying attention the first time because I didn't really find it that great. But yeah, I mean the action is great. That scene we were talking about, which is like also the trailer, is like the movie. So that's like a really arguable point there. I don't really care. I don't think like the CGI that is done in this, I don't really care for. The CGI that looks like it's going to be done in the second one, I already don't care for.
Yeah.
Really?
Her suit looks
Have you seen
stupid.
Cheetah?
Yeah, I don't
Some
care.
of that looks.
I feel like
pretty
I'm
bad.
gonna watch like Big Bird facing Cats
Man,
the musical.
harsh
so
already.
we'll
I like it.
see.
Just on the record, listeners, I'm in on both the flying peacock and the big bird fluffy cheetah. I think it's cool. I like the design choices. I'm in, baby.
We will see if I'm turn the other direction. I mean, I guess I could be swayed, but like I like Aquaman way better than this. I like BVS way better than this.
I have to disagree with you there, man.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting that past a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't know if I will either.
I would have to
but
rewatch BVS.
I don't know what it is. I think I'm just a bigger fan of like the BVS storyline, and I've probably read more comics on that than I have.
When you say
Wonder Woman,
BVS, though, are you talking about the Dawn of Justice edition, or are you talking about the theater edition? Because the theater edition is one of the most broken films.
Yeah, no, I think
seen.
you need those extra pieces to really kind of get a little bit more of the gist of it.
Yeah, the extended edition is at least a tolerable film.
Yeah,
the one that came out in theaters, my God.
Sure. Yeah, that's I think that's definitely agreeable. The other part too for me is this I guess this isn't like another piece for me, but I guess we're just talking about BVS now. But the Snyder Cut I can't wait for.
That's at least gonna be something, I could tell you that much.
So I'm very excited for that. And Batfleck is like one of my all-time favorite Batman that's ever existed.
Fair enough.
Period. Sure. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's better movies for DC. I actually, people are probably gonna hate me for this, but I don't really give a shit. I actually like Suicide Squad more than I like this.
Yeah.
That's a super hot take, man.
That is a
I think
bit of sizzle. That is smoking a little bit there.
I've been told.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the character building that they do in like the first act of
Suicide Squad
is better than most DC movies that have been put out.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I haven't seen Suicide Squad in a minute, and I think that's probably because just on first watch, I was like, this fucking blows.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So I'd probably have to sit down and rewatch it, but I don't know if I can.
But again, that's like their villain. It's like a giant cloud of fucking everything put together.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I can't even think of the name who plays her. It's Cara something.
I have no idea.
I believe. Yeah. That was the first movie I think I've even seen her in.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks, for the weird muting there. Adam has somehow knocked over part of our table underneath the table.
Oh, the door.
Yeah, I don't know how this happened.
But it is now resting. Are you comfortable? Can you extricate yourself from the situation?
You have to push it up.
Oh, it's too far gone.
It's dropped down onto the ground.
Yeah. Oh, well.
It feels broken.
Well, then just push it out of the way.
What came off the leg?
The drawer. There's a drawer underneath the table.
Oh.
Yeah, it
It
is.
looks like it all fell out.
It is definitely broken at this point.
I don't.
This is a good table.
Yeah, folks, for those of you who are listening at home, Adam looks like he has been mauled by this table.
It looks like he mauled my table. Not my table mauled him.
For listeners, just to paint yourself a word picture here, we are all sitting around a coffee table that is on very close to the ground. Adam has somehow, in the process of moving his legs around it, managed to karate kick the drawer underneath this table to bits. And there's
This cannot be on me, man.
There's splinters and balsa wood all over
I'm
the
sorry.
floor of the podcast studio.
No, don't be sorry. I can fix it. You're fine.
Okay, I am sorry, but at the same time, I was simply adjusting my legs and bumped the table, and then
I actually really like woodworking, so you breaking this is only gonna give me something to do, so I'm totally fine with it.
So I'm now removing the part of the drawer from beneath our legs.
All right, that's fine too. I guess I was gonna say put it up on the couch.
I
behind you.
apologize.
But yeah,
Might cut that out.
That's going down in back row history, folks.
All right, fine.
Hilarious.
Leaving it in.
Anyways, Wonder Woman. Where were we with this guy here?
So I mean, at this point, I think
Tyler
everyone
might have liked it more than Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yes, Suicide Squad is what we were talking about. Your
motherfucking
wild take on that. And yeah, Cara Delevingne is easily the worst thing about that movie. No,
Yeah,
that's
she's
not
pretty-
true.
she's
There's
pretty
too many
bad.
other
There's
terrible
a
things
lot
about
of
that
bad
movie.
There's
things
a lot
about
of
that
things
movie.
wrong with that movie.
Yeah.
A
If
lot
he
of
wanted to do an extended cut, I'd be very interested in seeing that because he's at least a decent filmmaker. But whatever that weird abomination they birthed onto screen that movie is atrocious.
Like throw up.
Yeah, it's not fun.
So yeah, by all means, the Wonder Woman is way better than Suicide Squad. I disagree with you.
I would,
think
yeah.
most
This
people
movie is
would.
better than Suicide Squad, but I don't know if I would
Yeah,
necessarily.
I just think the like I said, the first half hour of Suicide Squad holds my attention more than.
Well, then
A lot of
let me
different
ask you this then. So I mean, for the recommend, not recommend? Are you shooting it a no?
I think I'm gonna say no. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many other movies that are out there that are related to superheroes, and that I would much rather be like, you should go watch this. Don't watch this.
You know what? I'll second that. I'm
Yeah.
not going to recommend this to most people.
And I like this movie though, but once you word it like that, it's almost hard to not agree, right?
Yeah.
So I like this movie for what it is. It's one of the better DC films, I think. But in the grand scheme of things, like if I were to tell you to watch a superhero movie, I wouldn't tell you to watch this.
A bucket of shit or a shit sandwich.
For sure.
Like,
for sure.
what do you want from me?
I think
I like this movie though.
I think all of you
Please let me be on
have
record saying
forgotten. You've forgotten what the landscape was like when this movie came out. You ain't paying it no respect now. I think it's because DC has picked themselves up in a lot of people's views with movies like Shazam, with Joker, with
So I haven't
they're
seen
kind of
Shazam.
playing nice now. They're releasing Batman stuff. You know, they're
This was
figuring-
the savior.
They're figuring shit out. Yeah, this movie was what saved DC at this point. Saved this universe. She was the only bright spot at this. This was a bigger draw into Justice League than Aquaman, than Batman. You know, this saved their skins literally.
For sure.
And it is a good movie. And
Plus, I'd rather,
and
like,
she's
think of-
good in it.
Sure.
She's good.
She's great.
I agree with. I think the third act is.
And I think it's well directed.
I think the
for
third
most
act
part.
is a bit of a mess. I think the trench scene alone it validates you watching it.
But
But
think
yeah,
of
it's still a
how
recommend
many
for
other
me.
pieces of DC that are out there that are better than this.
But I don't care about that. I think for its uniqueness alone, even if it's just because it is, and maybe controversial for some people, but it being its first female-led movie of this type, I think merits at least a watch on this kind of thing, just to see what this is like out there. You know,
I'd rather watch Birds of Prey than this.
okay, that's
I
fair.
haven't seen
that's
Birds of
fair
Prey.
too. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
But I could agree with that.
but
you know,
I
based
think-
on what I know from it.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you've got an evening
I'd be more
to get-
intrigued to watch. I was more intrigued
This
to watch
is-
Birds of Prey than I was to watch this movie.
That's fair. I think that's fair enough. You know, I'm cool with that too. But I just think that I think you guys have forgotten how and are spoiled now, man.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of playing both sides here, maybe a little bit of devil's advocate. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, Tyler's correct, right? Where if you were someone to say, "Hey, I want to watch a superhero film," I don't think most people are going to say this. However, though, to your point, when you say in the DC universe, like we're saying, like this literally saved their universe, right? People were going off BVS, which we just shitted on that 5 minutes ago. You know what I mean?
And Suicide Squad.
And Suicide, right? So people were
movie
like,
of all time.
okay, if we go in here and they
Chill.
dump this, then I'm probably cool on DC for some time.
Right.
Yeah.
And they put out a decent product.
Meanwhile, Marvel's coming off the heater of Civil War, and I think they're going into.
They're probably going
Infinity
into
War.
Black Panther.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
Black Panther's heating up. They're just coming off of all of that stuff too.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, man. I think you guys. I think you need to pay a little respect here.
Mm-hmm.
And I love DC.
Well, let's talk about it then. Let's jump into
Yeah, so,
let's jump into
let's
spoilers.
get ready to go into spoilers.
Yeah, so if you have not seen Wonder Woman and don't want it spoiled for you,
So where did
Go
you come?
ahead.
Yeah, where did you come on this though? But like, you have to do yes or no.
Oh,
there is no nuance on the internet.
Yeah, I forgot. How dare I forget?
This is binary.
I'll recommend.
Fair enough.
I'll
We're
recommend.
2 and 2,
Yeah.
folks.
2 and 2, a split.
Bullshit.
All right. So go ahead. Like I said, if you have not seen Wonder Woman and don't want it spoiled for you, go ahead and check the episode description where you can see the timestamp to jump to get to the ranking on the Entropy list after the spoilers is over. We'll see you then. But for those of you who are still around, Nathaniel, could you please fill out a little bit of the rest of the movie here?
Yeah, so Diana has been. Wow, we really didn't even do much of a summary of it on the first one. We just kind of went into
Yeah, we
talking about it.
just went in.
Well, there we go. I guess we were trying to make it quick. But if you got to this point, you've seen the movie. So Diana, Wonder Woman has come. But why are we even talking about this? Just go straight into spoilers. Everyone's got the issues with their ending, right? So no one likes David Thewlis. I love David Thewlis. I want him to be in this. I think his Ares is cool. I don't like his look, but I like the reveal that it's him.
I feel like you
I
could
just
just
don't
tell
like
it
the-
was him like the whole time.
Yeah, I kind of got weird vibes from him. I wasn't entirely shocked. I just don't think the concept is all that.
I
Interesting.
like the way I watched this the first time was probably like one. This is in 2008, so I'm younger, And
2017, you mean?
oh, was it? Oh yeah, sorry. I don't. What was I thinking of?
Probably
Iron Man?
Maybe.
Probably first Iron Man. Yeah.
Either way.
I mean, that's the year.
No, first Iron Man's like isn't it like
first
early
Iron
No,
Man's
90s?
it's
2008.
08.
So wait.
Oh shit, I'm old. I was probably playing Adam Detective on this. You know,
You were just
I was-
trying.
yeah,
you were
you know what
looking
I mean?
for it. You didn't buy
Yeah.
that. I mean, you didn't buy that Danny Houston was Ares God of War.
no,
Really? I think he's pretty good in
He
this,
played
though.
well.
Yeah. He's I mean, is it because he's not a bloodthirsty vampire? Is that why you don't like him?
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
that's part of it.
I like Dr. Poison in this too.
Sure, she was good.
Yeah, she was good.
I like her whole little Phantom of the Opera kind of mass deal, and
Yeah, I thought her reveal was good.
Yeah.
I think she brought a lot of character in there, particularly in the scene with her and Chris Pine. I think
Yeah.
she does a lot of.
I
really
love
good
Chris
job, too.
Pine.
He's great.
I like him too.
Big pie.
I like
big
their
Pine guy.
banter. Their banter, I think, is good, much like our own.
Yeah, like I love Chris Pine in Star Trek.
Quick plug.
In Star Trek,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's great.
Yeah, I'm not a big
He's a great
Trekkie. I'm
Captain
like
Kirk.
way more Star Wars over anything.
Wow,
but
that is
like,
a Star Trek guy.
Me
but
too.
Star Trek was like fucking great.
Yeah, I love all three
Yeah.
of those movies.
Those
I
were
think
awesome.
They're all really good.
But yeah. So there are redeeming qualities about this movie.
How do you feel about? I enjoy the battle scene on the beach.
Oh, yeah.
First act.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, right away in the beginning.
I do find it funny when she like the one woman gets shot and she like looks over like, how dare you? It's like,
Yeah.
everyone around you has bows. You've been training your entire life to
Right.
kill you. Like, what did you think what was
Yeah.
going to happen there?
I don't particularly care that they like because she's so new to the world that she's like kind of stupid and ignorant to things.
Do you not find it funny, or you don't like that?
I just don't find it funny. I feel like she's like, anytime you're a superhero or you're supposed to be, you know, like you just have a heightened sense of things. Like I feel like
Yeah.
she should be able to, you know, like learn like to that ice cream is, you know, be able to just
Mhm.
be eaten. Like
Yeah.
she's not like
she speaks
stupid.
500 languages
Right.
that never came across the word ice cream.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So yeah, I don't particularly care for that portion, but I will be honest, that's how DC plays her out in a lot of things.
Yeah, that's not without precedent.
Right.
Like I think that exact interaction happens in Justice League War. The
it might be
animated
War.
movie? The one with Doomsday,
Yeah.
whichever one. But
I think
yeah.
that's War. But yeah, either way,
Mhm.
I think that's another thing that I don't particularly care, even though I know that's pretty much like part of her character.
I
but
like her
she's really
crew.
like that all day.
I was about to say I do like
Yeah,
I
this
like the
guy's on
side
screen.
cast. Yeah, her crew's kind of
Her ragtag band of guys,
Yeah, I
who
like
were all
the-
in the army.
I like Chief. I like Ewan Bremner, who plays the Scottish guy. I forget his name in particular.
Charlie.
He has a really good sense of pathos. He's probably one of the most interesting looking people in
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah, for sure.
If you've ever seen Train Spotting, you know who he is. I think he's what is it, Spud in that movie? Scud. I can't remember his name, but you know who he is. Really great Scottish character actor. But yeah, I think her crew's fun.
He was in wasn't he the guy that goes deaf in Black Hawk Down?
Yes, he is. Yeah,
Yeah.
Twombly.
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
Man,
Yeah.
I saw that movie way too young, and it like scarred me.
I'm pretty sure that's the whole reason why I love Call of Duty so much.
I just
that
remember
that
guy
is
with the
true
leg
though.
going off.
Maybe we should do that movie on a movie night.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Black Hawk Down?
Really?
No.
If we're doing a war movie night, that might be.
Yeah.
That'd be a good little
All right.
good little section
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And that's
Movies.
one I haven't.
we
seen
haven't
that in
really
a very
We haven't
done
done
long
any
any.
of
time.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just besides some Star Wars,
Yeah.
but you know.
Yeah, we might have to do that. Yeah.
Do you think any of the characters in Star Wars ever just go like, I remember the Star Wars, the way like we go like World War I or World
Yes.
War II, like back in the Star Wars.
Yeah, even though they're like decades apart.
yeah.
Not even decades, like centuries.
Yeah, yeah.
I honestly thought all that shit was in the future. Is it? That might be
No,
a really
it's a
stupid
long time
question.
ago.
A long
in a
time ago,
galaxy
in a
far, far
galaxy
away.
far, far away.
I think you're thinking of Back to the Future.
Wow. So none of that is in the future.
None of it is
I
in
don't
the
know
future.
why. I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
It's just a very advanced past.
Well, it's not even. It's like it's a different galaxy. Do you think of how many other things that are out there?
Okay. I
that
guess
are,
that's
like,
a very
way more advanced than we are. We're
good
stupid.
scapegoat. Yeah.
true.
You guys believe that there's other
Hey,
things
no,
out
there's
there?
there's a galactic
Yeah,
federation.
for
They're
sure.
already on
Yeah.
Earth.
Hey, man.
You
You
didn't
guys think
hear
there's
about
other
this?
life?
You guys didn't hear about this galactic federation that's already on Earth?
Space Force?
Space Force.
Yeah, man. Why do you think they created the Space Force?
They're actually called Guardians now. Did everyone see that bit of news? After a year, because you know how like the oh god, now I'm gonna embarrass myself here, but like in the Air Force you have airmen, the folks referring to the people that are part of that military.
You guys
branch.
in the Navy are seamen?
Yes, exactly. The Space Force you are going to be referred to as a guardian.
That's so dope. It's like fucking Halo real life.
Yeah,
dude.
so I guess they spent the last year like refining it and going with like a bunch of the industry experts and stuff and whoever's in the branches and everything, and they've settled on guardians.
That's fucking awesome. Speaking of Halo, really quick, RIP, they are shutting down
The 360.
the 360 servers for Halo.
It's all
man.
MCC.
I
It's
didn't
all
see that.
Wild.
MCC.
Rest in peace.
Bro. I cried.
I mean, it makes sense though. It's gonna be more than a generation old at that point.
I
Crazy.
need like
I feel old. I played Halo 3 in 2007, man.
Crazy.
I was 7.
I'll have a sad one besides the sad trombone.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, so that was a super off tangent
Yeah.
rant. But
Our bad.
Yeah, we're just excited. To
We
be
were
here
just
around each
bantering.
other.
just part of the back row, man.
I think we're just really. There's a different energy in here, just because we're together
For sure.
and we haven't done this in a while. And I'm very excited. I'm very happy.
For sure. But then yeah, so in terms of this movie though, it's not the greatest as we keep saying, but I mean I like it for what it is. And
So
then-
yeah, I don't like the third act Ares reveal, which is kind of like what we've been talking about too, like the David Thewlis character. You're right, Ish. Like he smells off early on, and like I just like him. I think as an actor as well.
I do.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of kind of what they were going for, and I like his helmet, but I don't like the rest of it. How he's designed. The CGI in those movies is just so bad.
The CGI is not great in this movie. It's very noticeable.
So bad.
But I'm really excited for the next one. Like weirdly, I like the 84 aesthetic. I think they have more free reign on this one. I think it's like the I don't know what's going to happen. I don't understand how Steve Trevor is coming back.
Yeah,
It
I
paid-
really don't know.
yeah,
The Mandalorian is the bad guy. Like
Pedro Pascal. His mask off in that one.
yeah, he's mask off for sure. So yeah, I'm excited. I want to see it again. I think, like we've kind of been talking about. I mean, technically, there's some. I'm trying to. It's a hard film for me to think about, kind of technically, and maybe that speaks to some of the quality of it. I think the direction is really well done. The story seems to be kind of what everyone has their kind of issues with, in that it only seems to be it seems formulaic in some ways. Is kind of maybe the smart way of phrasing that. But the characters are all played with a nice sense of charm. I think everyone is committed in the things that even in things that can easily come off sort of silly or overly earnest, they come off at least kind of, you permit them and that kind of thing. So well done there. They've got very charismatic people. I think it's cast well. I think we can definitely say that. And truly, the trench scene is an incredible scene overall. Like that is easily one of DC's top 5 minutes of a film.
I don't know. Did you see Green Lantern put on his suit for the first time?
Yo, that was
Green
rad.
Lantern's light.
the Ryan
You
Reynolds
want
one.
to talk about some bad CGI?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, y'all must have forgot, as I was saying earlier.
Hey, what DC came from? I'm
Yeah.
telling you, this was the same.
You aren't putting enough respect on it.
Dude, but Marvel started with like the fucking, at least the Hulk.
But
You know, the Hulk is
That movie sucks, too.
terrible
Let's call it what it
CGI.
is. Well, you're talking about not the one after
Incredible
Iron
Hulk.
Man. You're talking.
Oh,
about
you're talking
about
about
Edward
just
Norton.
Hulk.
from like 2003.
Talking
Is that what you're
yeah.
no,
talking
I'm talking
about?
about
Yeah.
Edward Norton.
Oh, that movie's not that bad to me.
No, I think that one's fine. Ang Lee's Hulk, though. Eric Bana's Hulk.
Eric Bana mad.
Requiem for a Dream's own Jennifer Connelly's Hulk.
When Ryan Foley gets mad, we used to call him Eric Bana. We shout out, hey, what's up, Ryan?
Shout out our number one back row fan.
You're
Although
yours.
Waz might have something to say about that. Maybe
Uh-oh.
maybe those guys could have like a pit fight or something.
My money's on Ryan.
Yeah, he's much. Sorry, Waz. But I think Waz
jacked.
understands.
Yeah.
Waz would be like, hey,
Waz
I
really
get
isn't
it.
a fighter.
no, he's not. He's a lover.
Yes.
And Ryan quite literally used to be a fighter.
So there you go. There's our top 2 fans in a power ranking. Maybe
Papa
this
Schwartz comes
episode.
in at a strong number 3.
Maybe this episode. Yeah, Papa Schwartz is definitely number 3.
Yeah.
Dad's
he's
strength for the win.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
up there.
What'd you say?
Dad strength for the win.
Yeah.
I don't know. He didn't beat me that much.
Yeah, but he's a fucking.
You don't
New
understand,
Balances
though.
on.
Yeah. Sliding
I
around
don't
in white crew socks and New Balances. Probably like some
His movement's got to be cracked.
some acid wash Kirkland jeans.
I want to stop talking about this, man.
That's funny.
Oh, the boys are back, folks.
What do you think
The
Papa
boys
Schwartz's
are back.
sense is at?
Papa Schwartz sense? Probably 8.
Yeah.
High 8, yeah.
I was thinking like teens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What does it max out at?
I think like 15 or something like that.
All right, probably at least 13.
Yeah.
Unlucky
What are we,
13.
wait, what are we measuring? I missed
You're measuring your Papa's
His what's
his
his
movement,
sense is at?
his movement sensitivity on Call of Duty.
it. Call of Duty? He played COD 4. He played COD
There's
4.
no way that thing's 13. No way.
No, man.
Yeah, man, he's
It's-
cracked.
It's 3, man.
I was
a
like,
killer.
yeah, that thing's probably like 2 or
He
3.
loves-
Papa Schwartz a
he-
killer.
Okay, Papa Schwartz.
Papa Schwartz, I got
loves-
your back, bro. Don't
Papa
worry.
Schwartz loves
Agreed.
one thing in Call of Duty, and that is the saw. He asks me every Call of Duty if there's a saw in this next Call of Duty.
There
and I
is
go,
in this one.
There's
Hey,
a
he's got it
saw
right
in
now.
like everyone. There's a saw-like gun in every Call of Duty, pretty much, and that's what I always tell him.
Don't worry about
That's
it.
his favorite
Is
gun.
that the LMG?
That's the LMG from COD
Yeah.
4. It's his favorite gun. That's all
Dude,
he
that thing
uses.
slams.
You don't got to reload it, man. He's a smart guy.
Bro, yeah.
Just let it ride.
Yeah.
Papa knows.
No, he'd have like a 1.0 KD, man. He'd get a kill and then he'd die and then he'd just respawn with his saw, man.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
like I
Yeah,
said.
that's a win-win, man. Playing Siege, that's a trade.
Yeah.
We'll take that every time.
We will take trades.
take a
man.
trade every
We'll
time,
take the
please.
trades, Blake.
So I don't know, guys. Maybe how often we're getting off topic here. It tells you a little bit of how everyone's kind of feeling about this. But let's see
Hey,
where
this
it
is
ranks
some of
on
our
the
most
entropy
entertaining
list.
content, in my opinion.
yeah.
Let's see where this guy's on the entropy list. You guys, you ready?
Well, real quick, so
whoa,
before
I
we
haven't
even
said
dive
it. I
into
haven't
that,
said my
we
piece,
haven't even
man.
really-
yeah,
Oh, fine.
before
all
we
right,
even
then
dive into
let's
that,
keep going.
We gotta get
just
around the
watching
table
it,
here.
I totally forgot that Steve,
How
obviously
bad
that's
this
Chris
movie is.
Pines. No, that there's even so much interaction with Ares before the final segment.
Sure.
Like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
completely went over my head and started rewatching. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, he's really in the movie. And that kind of went a long way because before I just had a preconceived notion, or I guess not preconceived because I've seen it before, but I definitely thought it was just going to be what is it? Danny Houston? I can't think of his name. Yeah,
It is
Well, I
Danny
thought
Houston.
it was just going to be him being the main person, and then I'm going
Yeah.
to see Ares at the end, and I totally forgot they kind of intervened that into the story.
Sure.
So that kind of got some cool points for me. What were you going to say?
I just have mixed feelings about this movie. I like it a little bit, but I like the first half more than I like the second half. Trench scene is awesome. She kills a hell of a lot of Germans for someone who is very anti-war. She is
Yeah, but they're
busting.
killing people left and right, bro.
She is busting.
Yeah, the
people,
only
man.
person that really gives a shit about killing people is Batman.
Yeah, I think Wonder Woman is
Which is so funny because he's easily the darkest one of all of them.
Yeah, and not to go on a huge tangent, but there's like hilarious jokes of just Batman not killing people, and they're like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they're like, there's funny jokes out there.
until
saying,
you until you realize in any of the movies
He kills someone like all the
everyone.
time. Yeah. And he
Batman-
puts like
I remember
people's
in-
like faces through the fucking floor.
yeah, he'll like he'll
Tyler,
land the Batmobile on somebody.
I'd rather be dead. That guy's a fucking vegetable.
For
Tyler,
sure.
I'm assuming you've played The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Sorry, Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
In the game, if you run somebody over with your car, it
electrifies
stuns them.
them?
It
Yeah.
stuns them and
Yeah.
like pushes them out of the way.
It's
Yeah.
a fun little mechanic.
And
It's
you're
so
going
funny.
like you're going like 100 miles
Yeah.
per hour in the
Oh,
Batmobile. It's
probably
got, like,
100 plus in
Yeah,
that thing,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
Lucius Fox is a
I'm
man.
hitting the nitrous
really
and
is.
running over these thugs, and then you're telling me they're stunned.
It's
The,
so
the
funny.
funniest joke about Batman is just that he's a wealthy white man who beats up the mentally ill, and
Yeah.
nobody cares.
Yeah.
and
Beats the
that's just
shit
the
out of
funniest
everybody.
joke. Yeah,
And they all have like schizophrenia and shit.
yeah, for sure. Sick guy, but he's got money, so it works.
Hey, yeah, top 1%, right? What's
You
new?
do whatever the fuck you want. You got money.
Yeah, you know,
For sure.
I don't need to talk much more about this movie. It's we've said enough. I think we brought all the main points that I can really talk about.
Yeah, it's
so
okay.
let's put it on the entropy list here. So welcome back to our listeners who want to skip over the spoilers. Oiler the spoilers.
Oiler alert.
Oiler.
Back Row Boilers.
Whoa, might be onto something. Is that our like pickup hockey team name?
The Back Row Boilers.
Yeah.
No, that's our group. That's our beer drinking league.
Oh, okay. We're gonna rank this on our Entropy list. For those of you who do not know, the Entropy list is Back Row Banter's official list of every movie we have ranked. If you want to find the list, you can do so in the episode description. It is linked down there to my Letterboxd, where you can find the compiled list. Tyler Vidalis.
Fuck you.
Going first and stuff.
Fuck. I will put this after Trick or Treat.
Okay. Where's that?
It'd be 21, which would push
21.
Borat to 22.
Okay.
I would much rather watch this than Borat.
The original Borat?
No,
You know what? Either
the
one.
one we
Yeah, you're
get.
right. You might be right. You might be right. Either one.
I
I like those movies, but there's a limit. Okay.
Adam.
Oh, you're going back to me, man?
Yeah.
I don't really think you can put this anywhere else.
Hold on. Is Blind Spotting all the way down to 19 now?
Yeah.
Jesus.
We always said that was the original Geeky.
That's why I'm trying to keep this up.
Man. You're right, Ty. I would agree with you. It's Trick or Treat. I like enough things about those movies that. Do I like this more than Trick or Treat? I probably would pick Trick or Treat over this movie.
Good.
I think Trick or Treat had some fun things to it.
Trick or Treat's so much more fun than this.
Yeah. I'll go 21 with you. Was that what? Yeah.
So
Sorry.
Adam and Ty
Yeah,
both at 21. Yeah. What are you thinking, Nathaniel?
Oof. I mean,
I win.
Yeah, I guess I don't think this movie's that bad. I think I'm putting it in the same spot, but I think eventually this is going to be a contentious kind of one.
Yeah, I
think there's gonna be a
agree.
lot.
I am only putting this here because there is a massive gap for me between Borat and Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
For sure.
A massive
I think,
gap.
I think you guys are right. I like all these other movies more than I like Wonder Woman, so I think that's where it's going. But yeah, I think
When you don't expect it to be at 21, but when you look at the list, it's like
I know it's just killers. Yeah.
October was banger after banger
Yeah.
after banger.
And I'm glad you guys were not on record saying that. I mean, there's a huge gap between Trick or Treat and Borat.
Yeah.
Because
There is.
as Nathaniel's saying even harder than I am, and I'll kind of mention a little bit, we do enjoy this film.
Yeah.
But there's
Some
some
of us
really
do.
good movies on here.
I mean, I enjoy Borat, subsequent movie film, and to an extent, I enjoy King of Staten Island as well. I was more positive on it
Yeah.
than I think everybody else was, but
For sure. But yeah, I think it's where it's going. So I think we can go ahead and make that
slot
call.
it in
I mean,
there.
Yeah.
Blake, did you want to put it anywhere?
No, I would say I'm
That was
with you. That's kind of what I was
That was
talking
3/4
about.
Yeah.
majority.
Yeah, I'm with you guys on that. I can't put it above Trick or Treat. Blind Spotting, probably not. I for sure cannot put it above The Descent. I keep
No.
going on record about that movie. So that's
Alrighty.
fine.
21 it is. Locked in.
Lit.
All right.
You're welcome.
I think we all were. Okay. Probably would have come to that conclusion regardless.
Yeah, I know, but I got to
Way to go,
first,
folks.
so-
All right. Do we have a 5-star review, Nathaniel?
We do not.
That's unfortunate.
Listen
what do
here, you
people
sons
get?
of bitches.
Yeah. It's been a while, man. I miss them.
I know. We need a 5-star review from you folks. Please do like the show, follow the show, tell your friend about the show.
Yes. So,
But also give us a 5-star review.
what do they get if they give us a 5-star
Well,
review?
if you give us a 5-star review, I will read out that 5-star review, and you can say anything you want in that 5-star review in good taste in some ways. Nothing too crazy. Don't make any threats or anything.
Yeah,
like
we're
that.
okay with some raunchy stuff.
But, you
or,
can be a little mean to
Yeah,
us. You can
if
be
you, like,
you
call
can
me a bag of shit. We're cool with
yeah,
it.
say my
Mm.
hair is funny or, that I smell, but, good, I hope. Tell
Yeah.
me that I smell good, but also just say what you want. Just make it a 5 stars. Otherwise, you won't get it read.
Won't get it read.
Well, there you go. Our next topic, as we were talking about earlier, is going to be Wonder Woman 1984 to be released on Christmas
Which,
Day,
yeah, we didn't really
December
talk about.
25th.
I'm excited. Are you excited for it?
I'm intrigued.
Okay, Blake.
More Chris Pine, man.
Yeah.
And Pedro Pascal. I don't
and-
think Kristen Wiig's going to be very good, but we'll see.
And you also forgot to mention more Gal
And more
Gadot.
Gal Gadot. Who, yeah.
So
Yeah, that's always,
that's always.
And,
always in there.
the movie is it's pretty well directed for the most part. Like, Patty Jenkins did a pretty good job in that regard, I would say.
Yeah, I think the second one. I think it'll be fine. I mean, I don't think we're gonna go back into that lower tier of DC movies by any means.
For sure.
So yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
no, this we're gonna go over this next week, and I have a feeling this is gonna be better than the first one.
I
and
could,
then
you know what? I could see us liking the second one more.
Well, the funny part is it's probably gonna end up going at like 21.
Yeah, to be honest, you're probably right. It'll probably be right next to it.
Yeah, I would be shocked.
But yeah, so I'll watch it. I'm sure I'll probably end up watching this with my dad.
Yeah,
over the
I think it'll be
holiday.
different too, and I don't want it to have like too much effect on how I view it. But like the fact that we're gonna have to like be in house and
Yeah,
not
for sure.
experience in theaters, I think that's gonna have a big play on it. But
For sure.
I'll try, and I'm excited, and because it's the first movie we've seen in a long time that's like new.
For sure.
So yeah, I think I'll give it a little bit more of a chance than what I'm expecting.
Yeah, we'll have to spend a little bit of time talking about kind of what that experience is like.
Yeah.
For sure. But
I unfortunately will not be able to watch it in my setup at home. Back in my
Your OLED.
back in Missouri. But my parents have the OLED in their living room.
Or
We
you
have
could
the same
just
ones. So
come here.
or we could do that, and we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. All right, and then also, go ahead if you guys are in the holiday mood and want to watch some holiday movies. We're doing a Frozen double feature episode.
bit of sizzle.
Which will hopefully you're gonna record right after this one, but it's gonna be late. And yeah, so watch Frozen's 1 and 2, and they're on Disney Plus right now, and probably will be for a while.
That is true.
So
Forever.
give them a watch and go check out our double feature episode.
All right, are you ready to bring it home, bud?
I'm ready to land this plane here, Nathaniel. Please share the podcast. You can do so on Twitter at Banter Row, on Instagram at Back Row Banter. YouTube is Back Row Banter. Sorry, Instagram is Back Row Banter Pod. YouTube is Back Row Banter. And our email for any questions, comments, concerns, or grievances, or anything of the sort is backrowbanterpod@gmail.com. BlakeHolder, if the people want to find you, where can they do so, man?
Letterboxd. So Letterboxd. That's LETTERBOXD. That's kind of the app we'll use. Log movies. That's the app. The app we have. Adam's got the Entropy list on as well. So you can go on there and just see people log movies, review stuff. 4 out of 5 stars, or it gives you 4-star options. But my Letterboxd is going to be my name. That's BlakeHolder. So you'll see me on there logging stuff, reviewing stuff, star reviews, anything of that nature. We'll go to Nathaniel.
Yeah, you can find me at NS Gingrich at both Twitter and Letterboxd. I think I'm on Instagram at Nathaniel Gingrich. You can find me on there, or Nathaniel G. I forget what it says, whatever. You'll find me.
Your letterbox?
You'll find me. It doesn't matter.
Your letterbox is NS Gingrich. Your Instagram is Nathaniel G92.
There you go. And then also Sandpiper Tapes. Follow, like, subscribe. There will be new noise, and new news on that. New noise because it's a podcast, and new news because it'll be more things. Ty, where are you at?
You can find me on Twitch every now and then. Still working on some things. That's at El Trabajo 87, ELTRABAJO 87, and Instagram, Letterboxd, and Twitter are all Tyler Vidalis, VIDALES.
Professor Lupin's so cool.
Yeah, yes. And if you want to find me, I'm on Twitter at @Schwartzy. Letterboxd is the same thing. Twitch, I streamed the other night. I don't know if you got your little notification.
I don't think I did.
man.
I did.
Should have let us know.
Interesting.
I
you
didn't
stream?
post it anywhere. I've Cold War. I was streaming with my fraternity brothers.
For sure.
We were running it. We were running it last night too. Sorry, no, this was last night that I streamed for about 2 hours, and then my stream crashed at one point because I had to quit Call of Duty and reopen it. And
Because you had
just
so many people watching.
yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck.
That was good. That was good. Yeah, so my stream crashed, and then I was just playing offline. But we had a 5-stack running, and we didn't lose, man.
Nice.
Went undefeated for like 2 hours.
Lit.
Yeah, it's been fun. I'm planning on streaming more since I don't have to be at work really, which is, it is what it is. Might as well make the most of it and stream a
Maybe
little
I'll
bit.
drop a donut.
Please do. I'm broke. Help. All right, that's been it for episode 30. 30 episodes, guys, in the books.
Wow, where'd he go?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's been a heck of a ride.
30
been a really fun time.
episodes and
We're
let's see,
celebrating it with the new mixer.
30 episodes and 27 movies reviewed.
Okay, you know what I say to that?
Pat yourself on the back, fellas.
Way to go, gang.
Awesome.
With that being
Thank
said,
you all for joining us. Catch us next week for Wonder Woman 1984, as well as, and check
Soon.
out our episode of Frozen. We'll see you guys next week. BRB.
Be excellent to each other, folks, and we'll BRB.
Thanks for stopping by. Congrats too, boys. We had we just hit 2,000 downloads.
Yeah, I saw that.
For sure.
Probably should have
So
brought that up earlier on.
we appreciate everybody that has listened, will listen, or are currently listening. Please share it with a friend. We would love to grow. This is kind of like a little dream for us. This would be so cool if we could do this full time. Obviously that's like a big dream, but thanks for listening.
That is true.
And,
it would be cool to do this full
Yeah,
time.
you gotta have dreams, man. But yeah, thanks for listening. We appreciate it, and be very thankful for your loved ones this week. Obviously the holidays coming up, so and yeah, just so joy and thankful for everyone on your way. So BRB.
Yeah, and I'll co-sign that. Obviously, it's the holidays, so be thankful for everything you have, and family members. It's always kind of difficult this time of year as you start to realize your dinner table for family settings is obviously sometimes changed. Some people are no longer there with us. So thoughts and prayers for everybody, and happy holidays. We'll BRB.
America. Ready for another lesson.
Guys, I'm still just cannot describe how excited I am about all of this.
This sounds
going on
really
right
good.
now.
Yeah, it's great, dude. I'm hyped.
Can't have that.
Don't have that on there. Do we have a question for Blake?
That's what I was about to say. It's Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Shit, how are we going to do
I'll
this?
say it's going to be hard to pull off.
Text. Don't be
Okay.
stupid. We have technology.
Oh, shit. That's right, we do the year 2020, unfortunately.
We're not cavemen, SpongeBob. We have technology.
I think we have a group chat with the three of us.
Favorite SpongeBob episode
Nathaniel and Tyler. Here we
that's
go.
or
gonna-
scene,
that's gonna
whatever
be
you want to
fun
call
for
it.
The one where they're on their way to deliver the pizza.
Pizza.
The Krusty Krab
Yeah.
pizza.
Is the pizza
Krusty
for you?
yeah. Pizza
That's a classic.
is the pizza, yeah, for you and me.
That's funny.
Yes, that one.
Glad that's recorded. There's the post-episode stinger right there.
Yeah, that's funny. I mean,
trailer, boys.
that one's up there.
Cut it.
it.
Whips, clip it.
The one they're selling chocolates up there.
Oh, chocolate's got to be up
Yeah.
there too, man. Yeah, you're right.
The one where he
Hash
gets
slinging slasher is always going to be up there for me.
yeah.
Rock bottom.
Is that the one when
I can't understand your accent.
Yeah. He's at the
guys get
vending
my
machine,
text?
like trying to get the
Yeah, I'm
candy,
looking at it
and the
right now.
truck is like going against him at the vending machine.
Yeah, it was like there was such great tension in that actually.